It's the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see the dynamic Justin Fields as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys on EA Sports.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and CD, you look at Washington coming into play here. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game, maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Elliott going to get it again on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Prescott now, option right. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On second down, Elliott. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. On second down, it's Pollard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing, Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, 1 possession, 1 drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. He'll find his man, Chilom. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Now it's Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw again. Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. So that challenge, a successful one. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 8 coming up. And again, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Fields on first down. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Second and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Forced out to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And you can see by the X next to their name, they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game in round 1.
And for me, it brings back memories about how tough it is to win this division. Not just in recent years, but think about the decades that have stacked up where we've said the NFC East, always one of the toughest divisions in the NFL.
Here's McKissick. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Fields on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Nico Collins, 71 yards. And the Cowboys use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Fields now to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down. Fields has to have this one. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. Touchdown. Will Fuller. 82 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get?
He's got a man. Complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Pollard again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They knew how to quiet this rival stadium, Charles. I mean, not only did they get the win, but they get the win by taking the lead in the 4th quarter to hand their division opponent a big loss.
And they're elated, and they should be, because they did exactly that. Went to a rival's house and stunned them, and did it with a 4th quarter comeback. And every team in the league prides itself on controlling the 4th quarter. It's even more difficult when you don't do it at home against a division rival.
So for Dallas,
the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.
Meanwhile, for Washington, they finish up the regular season with a mark of 12-5.
And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round.